Hello everyone. So, I got the chance to try the downhill bike of the year, the famous Commencal 29er that Amoripierre won the overall World Cup title this year. Testing was done in Vallnord BikePark, home of Commencal bikes. In this video I am going to talk about the things I like about the bike, and the things I didn't like. Also, compare it with my transition TR11 that was been my bike for the past 2 months. I'm 32 years old, 1.82 meters tall, normal fitness and used to ride 3 to 4 times a week. I already tried the 27.5 version of the Commencal bike before. Let's get to the interesting part, riding the bike. First thing I noticed was that the bike was really big. I got a large size, but guys at Commencal told me that this bike is going to be a medium size next year, but size felt fine for me. The bike felt stable and inspired confidence, maybe too much for my riding skills. On fast open sections like on this track, the 29-inch wheels paired with the high pivot design on the Commencal makes it an absolute beast. Going into rock gardens and routes was just way too easy, and it's easy to get excited and let go of the brakes. The stability of the bike was insane, and I just had to tell myself to stop for a bit after this. That was a really close call. Downhill trails are not all super fast in open sections, so let's talk about other types of trails. On this trail, I was absolute sure that I was slower in the 29 than on my transition, which feels more agile, because it has less weight, smaller wheelbase, etc. Let's compare the videos to see which one was faster. As you can see, the times were almost the same, even feeling slower on the 29. Probably because the 29 has more traction, even in slow and tight trails it can be fast enough. What about the downsides? There's a couple of things that worth talk about. First, cornering. Even with big support berms, and I think it probably has something to do with the rearward axle path getting longer at travel. I was losing traction on the rear wheel very easily, and to compensate this I had to lean my body a bit more into the rear of the bike. That constant moving around and working on the bike made me get more tired than normal. Another thing to mention is the weight. Bike felt heavy. I would guess that the bike I tested had more than 18 kilograms. I think that a 29er bike with something around 16 kilograms like my TR11 would be more agile and less fatiguing. Another strange thing that happened, I broke 4 spokes on the rear wheel in one day. I don't even remember if I ever broke a spoke before, in more than 10 years riding bikes. Don't know what was going on, maybe because I was getting too excited on the rock gardens, or the wheel didn't have enough strength. Although I am fan of the 29-inch wheels for a long time since their first appearance on XC, I think there's still a long way to go on the development of this wheel size for downhill. Brands need to improve geometry to make 29-gauge bikes more nimble, agile and less fatiguing, while keeping the stability and speed that the 29-inch wheel can offer. The Supreme 29 is a very demanding bike. That made me completely exhausted after only 4 or 5 hours of riding. I get way less fatigue with my transition TR11 because I don't need to move my body around so much, and the transition is more poppy and agile. So if I had to choose a bike to ride every day on bike parks and home trails, I would pick the transition. If I was serious about racing, definitely the Commencal Supreme 29. But I think I will need to train harder and have better fitness to handle a bike like the Commencal 29. Hope you guys like this video. Please click on the logo to subscribe to our channel.